Oh, how are you? Hello, I'm Sue, and welcome to IELTS Hypnosis 2. Here we look at the fundamentals of hypnotizing any IELTS examiner and have them give you your desired band. Now, like I said earlier, I'm Sue, and I'm the head coach of One Size.com, where we get busy professionals crushing their IELTS in one sitting so they can finally secure a better future for their kids abroad and also advance their career in first world nations. Now, if you this is the second episode, so the first episode should be above this video. So if you haven't watched it, I recommend you watch that one first so you understand you can get the concept and follow through with your trainings and get the best from this particular episode. So welcome to this second episode again. And in today's episode, I'll be revealing how you can finally bend the IELTS examiner to your will and render them helpless in giving you your desired band. Why am I so confident about this? So, like I said in the last episode, the sacred secrets I'll be revealing in this series are based on true confessions of an IELTS examiner, and they helped me get my desired band 7.5. As you can see here, this is my result sheet, and what I needed was an overall band of 7.5, and my first attempt, I got it. So, the truth is, the easiest way to get an IELTS examiner to give you your desired band is to hypnotize them by giving them exactly what they want. Now, it's okay to think this is impossible, it's okay to doubt, but don't worry, I'm going to be showing you how easy it is using our secret three-step formula. So if you stay to the end of this, if you watch this through, you're going to understand this three-step formula and be more looking one smiley to high its band. So the three-step formula is this. Step one is you have to identify the marking criteria for the test you are targeting onto. The reading, the listening, the writing task one, writing task two, for the speaking text, they have marking criteria. So you have to know the marking criteria first. And this step two is identify the question type in front of you. So the particular questions, the questions you are going to tackle on Thursday, you should be able to identify the question types. Then lastly, you use a proven strategy to meet the demands of the marking criteria. This is a simple three-step formula. Now, to prove that this works magic, let me show you how we use this three simple step formula to get Edith uh, a writing band 7 in her first attempt. Now, in total, in overall, she had, you can see these are result sheet. In total, in overall, she had a listening 8.5, she had reading 8.5, she had writing 7.0, she had speaking 7.5, and it was her first attempt ever, thanks to this three simple step formula we're talking about in this episode. So, Edith is a banker, and her aim is to successfully relocate with the family to Canada. She had never taken the IELTS before, and she was very scared of failing the exam, like most people. So she decided to work with me to get her desired score in one sitting. Now, all she needed to to get the maximum service points for academic migration, she needed a listening band 8, a reading 7, a writing 7, and a speaking 7. But as it happened, thanks to what you're about learning here, she exceeded it. She actually got a band 8.5 in listening, 8.5 in reading, the exactly writing 7 she needs, and she got a speaking 7.5. So she exceeded her expectation. Now, this has also helped them. This three-step formula has also helped Joy, Joy to get a reading 8 in her first attempt. I'm showing you how we used it to get her this high score in her writing. In total, she had a listening 7.5, she had a reading 7.0, she had a writing 8.0, and the speaking 7.5. It was her first attempt ever. And something unique about Joy's case is that when she sent me a message on WhatsApp about it, she said, just to let you know, apart my 7.5, it's my first time, thanks to your videos. Though I have, though I didn't have much time to practice well, would have done better. So she wasn't telling me that she would have done better than this if she had enough time to practice what you are about learning. All right. So Joy is a nurse and a nurse in Kaduna in Nigeria, and she was looking forward to advancing a nursing career in the US, the Canada, or the UK, one of the three first world countries. And she needed to just get a band IELTS 7 in all. I mean, meaning she needed a listening 7, a reading 7, writing 7, speaking 7. That would be very great for her. But it happened that using this formula you're about learning in this episode, she exceeded it. She had a listening 7.5, a reading 7.5, she had a writing 8.0. She got a speaking 7.5. So you can see this is not something that just worked for me. That's worked for others. I'm going to show you how I use it and my team for other people. So how do we use our secret 3 steps formula to get Edith a band 7 in our writing, and also to get Joy a band 8 in the same writing? How do you do this? Now it begins with the first step, which is step 1, identifying the marking criteria of the sub test. So getting a band 8 in writing, which is arguably the most difficult of all IELTS subtests, isn't an easy feat, truth be told. If you look at most people's results, the writing test is where they get the least score, the lowest score in the writing test. Now, for us to help Joy and Edith also achieve, achieve a band 8 in the writing, I let her in one of the secrets the examiner shared with me about the writing test, which is that the secret is the exact marking scheme every ex-examiner uses in marking all writing task 2 questions. It's a marking scheme. Now, this marking scheme is like a cheat code. All right, because with it you can hypnotize any IELTS examiner to give you a desired band by writing exactly what is in the marking scheme. It's a cheat code. So let me break this down for you to understand better. In the writing task 2 subtest, the examiner will watch out for 4 things, which we call the 4 marking criteria. They are your text response, your coherence and cohesion of your essay, then your choice of vocabulary, and the 4th one, which is your grammar. So this is 4 marking criteria: attack response, coherence and cohesion, vocabulary, then grammar. So each equally has 25% of the total marks you will get in your writing task 2. So task response has 25 points, coherence and cohesion has 25, not just 25 points, like 25% of the total score. Now, coherence and cohesion has 25%, vocabulary has 25%, grammar has 25%, making the 100% of the entire writing task 2. So to make this easier for you to understand, let me explain what each of these criteria mean. So the first one is your task response. Your task response simply means how you responded to the task given in the question. Take for example, using this question in front of us. This is a typical writing task 2 question. It says you should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Now write about the following topic. At the present, the media affects people's lives significantly. What impact does this have on society? Is it a negative or positive development? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. So the examiner is basically asking themselves for a task response. They ask themselves, okay, did this candidate try to, because one of the things they listed there that you should write at least 250 words. So they don't ask if they're going to look at your script and ask, did this candidate write more than 250 words? Did this candidate provide all the necessary details we asked for in this question? For this question, the questions they asked is, what impact does this have on society? So you're going to go through your essay and say, okay, did you talk about how the media affects the society? The impact, which impact did you highlight? Also, the other question is, negative or positive development is it bringing? They're going to check through and see, okay, did you mention that the negative or the positive development on the media is affecting people's life? And then, so that's how you do. That's what the task response is about. Meeting the. Let me just go back for you to understand this clear. Meeting the. How did you respond to the questions and the demands of the demands of the question? Like another one, it's they say you should give reasons for your answer and also include relevant examples. So they're still going to ask themselves, going through your essay, did you give relevant examples in this essay? So the more the better you are at responding to all the tasks in the question, the higher points for your task response, and that's one to make sure that Edith and Joy did, and that's one of the reasons they got the high band. So the second question type, not question, the second marking criteria is coherence and cohesion, and this is just a fancy word for how easy your essay is to read and understand. So in other words, the flow of one idea to another using paragraphing and good essay structure. So this is it. And my findings from my from the IELTS examiner reveals that the IELTS essay structure, the structure that will give a very high band, is different from the normal essay structure we are taught in school. Maybe in your high school, secondary school in Nigeria, it's very different from that. The right structure you are to use is determined by the question. So it's determined by the question. We're going to more on this later. We're going to discuss more on this later. But the third thing that you must watch out for in your essay is your vocabulary, um, which is the third question, which is the third marking criteria. Now, each question has a topic. For your vocabulary, the examiner will check how much of that topic related words you used in your essay. Using this, the same, I'm going to show you let me explain it using the same question. You're going to see now. So in this question, the topic, you say, write about the following topic. At the present, the media affects people's lives significantly. What impact does this have on society? Is it negative or positive? So the topic is about media affecting life. So you're going to check your vocabulary and see if um, the number of media related words you use, how wide that number of media related words you use, how relevant is your vocabulary, your media related vocabulary in your essay? How relevant are they correct or not? So the wider range of media related vocabulary you use in this to answer this particular question, the higher score you will get in the vocabulary. Then so after scoring your vocabulary, the final aspect of your essay they will score is your grammar. Now, grammar is simply the correctness of your essay. The examiners will simply ask themselves, how many spelling mistakes did this candidate make? How many missing words are in your essay? Did this candidate follow the right grammatical rules in his or her essay? Are your sentences correct? Now, the more positive opinion they have about these questions, the higher marks you get for grammar. Now, so the more positive opinion they have about these questions I just that's on your that you're seeing right now, the higher the marks you will get for grammar. So again, it's start, response, coherence and cohesion, vocabulary, grammar. These are the four marking criteria that examiners will use in grading your writing task 2. So the question probably in your mind right now is how did we have Joy and Edith get high marks in these four marking criteria, right? So how did we do it? It's simple. We simply made Joy and Edith take step 2 of our secret formula seriously, and which is identifying the question type in front of you. So now let me show you how we did it with them. Though some people know about some people know about the four marking criteria of the writing task 2 subtest. One rare truth they don't understand is that, which is also the cause of most IS failures, is um, the examiner's view on task response, coherence and cohesion, vocabulary and grammar slightly changes for each task 2 question type. So their view for these four marking criteria changes per question, and so for us to make sure that Edith and Joy they get a very high band, we we have to introduce them to the 5 writing task 2 question types. Now, and these 5 writing task 2 question types are: we have opinion question type, discussion question type, advantage and disadvantage question type, problem and solution or causes of solution question type, then double question. Now, all task 2 questions you ever come across, they belong to one of these categories. So any task 2 question you see, they belong to one of these 5 categories. So let's look at the opinion question. This is a typical example of an opinion question. In the top, after telling you that you write about a topic, they will always mention that you should, to what extent do you agree or disagree, or ask you to give your opinion. So when you see something like this, these are guided Edith and Joy to a very high answer. Whenever you see, okay, whenever you see a question that relates to asking it to what extent do you agree and disagree, then that's obviously an opinion question. Then for advantage and disadvantage question type, you'll in the question you always have something that has to do what are the advantages and disadvantages of this essay. All right. So when you see something like this, it's obviously an advantage and disadvantage question. Then for problem solution or cause and solution question type, they will always ask you about what is the causes and the solution, or they might ask you what is the problem and the solution that what's the problem and the solution that can be offered for the particular topic of the question being asked. Then lastly, the double question type. This one at the end of the after stating the topic of the question, they always ask 2 questions. They'll tell, like in this case, what impact does this society have on society, and what impact does this have on society? Is it a negative or positive development? If you look at the others, like this problem solution, you can see there's only one question that is asked here after stating the topic of the essay. There's only one question that is asked. Same for the advantage and disadvantage, only one question is asked. But for the double question type, you're going to ask they will state two questions. So that's how you identify them. And one of the things that some secrets we leaked for to Joy and Edith, and what on the things that contributed to their high score. All right. So after revealing the 5 different writing task two question types to Edith and Joy, what we did next is that we didn't just show them the 5 question types and how to identify them. We also reveal to them how the examiner uniquely marks your task response, coherence and cohesion, vocabulary and grammar for each of the 5 question types. For us to cement their chances of getting a very high score, what we did was to make sure they took the final, which is the 3rd step of our secret formula, and that is use a proven strategy to meet the demand of the marking criteria. The proven strategy we had Edith and Joy use does not only meet the demand of the marking criteria, it also helped them avoid one of the biggest IS test day pitfalls, which is poor time management. This is one challenge a lot of people face on Thursday, managing time, because test time is usually very short. And the proven strategy that we use is our unique 4-paragraph template. This 4-paragraph template, it guarantees high points in all the marking criteria when applied to any writing task 2 questions. So it's a simple template that anyone can use, and in less than 30 minutes, if you use it, you can easily crank about 9 writing task 2 essay. So in the next episode of this masterclass, I'll be revealing this 4-paragraph structure and how we used it to get Edith and Joy very high writing scores. And not just that, in the next episode, I'll also show you how you can immediately use it to get high scores for your IELTS. So keep your eyes peeled for the next episode. If you're enjoying this series and you want me to continue it, let me know in the comment section below. There's a comment section under this video, so let me know. If you have any questions to ask, of course, you can ask in the comment section too. I'll reply you as soon as I can. So I'll see you in the next episode. I remain Sue. Peace.